Yeah. You want healing now.
Well, he has a position which you can heal now. And of course we can. But it's not, as I would see it, under my conscious control, even though I believe that to be the case most of my life. But that's what he would comment. Any times that where I felt reactive around him, having shared, he'll then almost like correct me and tell me that you can let this go now. And so he introduced it last night and we just spoke. So I was a bit clearer about where he was. And I was saying I didn't actually say this, but this is what I then thought about it a lot last night. And is this going anywhere? I'm feeling like
Maybe not.
I don't know.
So maybe we need to use a different approach.
It doesn't feel right right now. I understand you want to get the information, what you think, I think is happening, but I don't feel quite right for me saying it.
I'm hearing guilt.
Sorry?
I'm hearing guilt.
Guilt in me. Yeah.
There is a character out there named Matthew that seems to be the obstacle to your peace of mind. The way he acts, the things he says.
He what?
The way he acts and the things he says to you are...
Not everything, by any means.
But the things you just mentioned, some things.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Well, I doubt myself when I hear that, because that around my process, obviously it's to doubt my process is to doubt everything, seems to me. And I can change my process, and I have changed my process.
So you feel a defense in you when he says those type of things to you?
I've had a lot of doubt. I've doubted myself about it. But I've also haven't felt confident where he's coming from.
So it's not like your process, the thing you defend is like a last thread almost. Like he is actually threatening something that you really believe in. That's what I'm hearing as you share. It's making you wrong.
It's making me
wrong.
Yeah. So I can feel that comes up.
Yeah, that bastard. Not anger at him?
Well, I can have, but not, in this place of wrong, that's when I will go inside and check it out again. And possibly go into doubt. That's what I do. So I turn it in on myself, I guess.
So with the ego, there is that notion that if someone else acted or talked differently, I would be happy. Do you agree with that?
would look like that, but I don't think I've been absolutely firm about that. I feel like I'm willing to hold this open as well, but I'd like to have a conversation.
Yeah, I love having a conversation with you.
Sorry?
I love having a conversation with you.
Well, I was thinking that I was meaning with him.
With him.
And that. So what feels true is that I may be being righteous about it.
You want to be right. Yeah.
Yeah, but my sense is also that this is what Solveig was saying to me. Why am I always the one who has to be wrong?
Because that's how it is. You can never change the external world or people. So there is an anger whenever you want to change someone else's behavior.
Okay, so that's true. Where it gets complicated is when someone's in an authority position. For me, that's where it gets complicated.
So there is a threat. There is a threat there. Belief that someone can get at you somehow.
But I also don't trust his judgment. That's not a complete thing, but that bothers me.
Yeah, so it might be necessary that we join together around the specifics where you feel it's difficult to trust. Maybe I can be.
I mean, this feels very threatening to me because I also have my concern is you're going to have a loyalty to him. And when I once, when he was talking about healing something with his mother, and I was one of the two people sitting with him when he did this. It was really short and quick, and then he went off and walked, and I was a bit stunned by the whole thing, really. And then it didn't feel to me like it was healed, but you said at one point, I was sort of saying, well, you're sort of saying you can just choose to let it go. And then you said something, well, yeah, you supported that. That bothered me a lot at the time. And I went, okay, and so maybe I'm wrong. I've thought about it a lot. And the one thing I feel I've changed my process on since I've been in the Course in Miracles is trying not to heal it now. And I don't always succeed in that. So it's like I just trying to just practice just witnessing something. Whereas before I would go in there and, okay, I'm going to sort this out. But it didn't seem to be working, especially around David. I was particularly trying to do that.
So I was suggesting that maybe we join together. And you said that is also, you also feel unsafe.
I just need to say that.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't still be here if I didn't trust you. But do I always trust you? It's got a lot higher.
Yeah.
But there are still some old remnants hanging around, and
Yeah.
this is one of them.
So I guess my next question is, are you willing to take the risk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I tend to do that.
Yeah.
But I also get a little I get scared of myself, because as soon as someone asks me that, I generally say yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's better. It's not
Yeah.
about taking the risk. Sometimes it's like, it's almost a provocation for me. And then I'm back doing this old place. Come on then, let's fucking do this.
Yeah. So to come back to remembering, what the highest goal for me is peace of mind for you and everyone,
Yeah.
and myself, and following the spirit. There is no agenda. There is no interest in taking someone's side.
I needed to say it.
Yeah.
So, and it's been a suspicion.
Yeah.
And I actually wanted to support him, especially early on. And that was the same with Diona. I mean, Michelle once said to her, "I was just the three of us. I just don't have any confidence in you leading this right now." Which was, I saw that was Michelle's truth. It was a bit brutal. But Matthew isn't Diona. Diona? So, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Diona. Well, not the Diona I saw anyway. I mean, I can feel there is a righteous place here for me to look at that. But I keep feeling that, well, that's just the end of the story and nothing else.
Well, it is the story. So it is to come down to, would I rather have peace of mind than being right about this?
So I don't, even if I acknowledge being righteous, I feel my pride about that. So I can. So, and I know I can see what it sounds like, but this is what my mind's saying, and is that I don't trust anything will change.
Yeah, I hear a fearful...
Sorry?
I hear a fearful part of you there saying that. It's almost like an armor.
Yeah. And the moment suddenly he flashed into my mind, then I could feel this hardening, or this suddenly pushing this feeling away.
So even if you don't know how, are you willing to be wrong about the way you see him?
Probably not. In this place.
So even if you don't know how, are you willing to experience another place?
Yeah, I mean, I understand it if I've got it the wrong way around, and that if I let go, then the world can change.
Yeah. Even Matthew can be someone who brings you a gift.
Sorry?
Even Matthew can be a bringer of a gift to you.
Yeah. I think what it comes with is that therefore my beliefs or my beliefs about my process are wrong. That's what I don't know that necessarily is true, but that's what my mind is then logically saying.
So for you to be happy, like, you know, however excellent your processing is, are you willing to put it on the altar?
Oh, this bit isn't so excellent.
Because this is what I read this morning about the idols. So your way of processing, even if it works, is an idol.
Can you say a bit more about that?
Because it's something you're attached to.
Yeah.
So there is a part of you that says, well, I'm gonna fall apart, I'm gonna break if this one is questioned.
No, I think I'm willing to question it. I feel I changed. I've evolved the process. I didn't have to change it, like start again, which I certainly wasn't willing to do.
It's beautiful.
And at times I've spoken to you about this, and each time you said, no, stay with what you're doing. But it's more the thought of him suddenly in front of me. And then I feel.
So the way you see him,
Defenseless.
yeah. So you're open to see him differently.
Well, that I can see that now that I'm feeling the defended part of me, and the bit underneath that, then I can see that's mine. I can see that's mine. And I just was sharing how, all of this is helping me to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does. I feel kind of bullied by him, actually. That's how I felt by Solveig. And then I can see I sort of bully the cat. So it's not, it's not like I don't do this to Solveig either times.
It's a belief in bullying.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a belief in victimhood. Underneath both sides.
The victimizer.
The belief that can be a victim.
Yeah. It's starting to feel a bit impenetrable. It's sort of, yeah.
But it's okay. I think you have done well now. This talk we've had now.
Feels I've opened this up a bit.
Yeah.
I can see it at the moment, and
Yeah.
then 10 seconds later I might not be able to. But
Right, but it's fine. I mean, then you're willing again. But so I think maybe most helpful now is to have some function, something else to focus the mind on.
Just say a bit more.
Yeah, just because you started doubting here and you started like,
yeah, I can feel the shame, and I suddenly looked at you, and then I felt suddenly a bit threatened. Why am I well, actually I was just feeling unworthy and shameful, and then projecting that other people would see me like that, I guess, something like that. But it ties, that feels like at the moment still an enormous, bit difficult to overcome. I guess it will eventually.
Yeah, I think step by step, and that's why to have some function, to have something practical, and while you watch your mind, that's very healing, very helpful. Just to, you can't force yourself through all the, the stuff in the mind, and it comes in its own time. And you did. This was good.